What's going on, my route runners? It's yours truly, Rock Combo, aka the Professor on the Six, and I'm bringing y'all a grade in the sub, episode number 2. I was the Florida State Seminoles. My opponent is the Auburn Tigers. War Eagle. No, never. I'm taking on mattyice. He sent me a message earlier in the day. My first grade in the episode, I said don't ever be the defensive end. It just limits you on defense, and you can't lurk, you can't take away part of the field, and went to my little spiel about that. He sent me a message saying, I want to play sub 9, and I'm taking your advice. First few games of not being on the D end. That's what he's always done, and that's definitely what a lot of average and below average players do. And so he said he's going to make a conscious effort of not doing that. And he definitely did that this game. He was out of position a couple times. He worried about staying in his zone too much. And the only time you need to worry about kind of staying near your zone is if you're using the safety and he's in the deep blue. So whenever I play zone coverage, a lot of times I like to use the middle linebacker so then I can just take away the whole middle of the field. And then if I'm expecting a corner route from one side, he's hit me a couple times with it. I'll look at that pick, just baited him into that. I even moved a little bit to the middle of the field. Look at this, boop, gotcha. And if they go to some corner route, I can also jump it real fast. And if I'm seeing some pressure, he makes a quick read. His first read is that corner route. They'll end up throwing in, and then you just have to make the user pick. Usering on defense is definitely takes time, takes an adjustment. Will probably take probably a full season to, a full Madden or NCAA season to really understand the small nuances of it and recognizing. The biggest thing is awareness and recognizing what your opponent is doing and jumping those routes more so. And don't worry about staying in your zone once again unless you're the deep safety. And so that's really why I like to use a middle linebacker like I said before. And once you get all that down, you'll be golden. Every year there's a little something different. Like last year, Madden Ball Hawk was a feature, and you could just really hold down Y the whole time. They don't have that in NCAA this year, or it's toned down way too much. And hopefully with the patch, they'll up some of the users just a little bit. And then so every year it kind of changes a little bit, but there's always a way. Like NCAA 10, you would strafe up and pick it. Was the big thing, and right there, that's an example of his users. He just overran the play. That's another advantage of being like the safety or middle linebacker. That was a terrible read. I think I pressed the wrong button. I was trying to throw an inside pass lead to Y. For some reason, I did not press that at all. Another advantage of using someone besides a D end or D tackle for all of you players that are doing that is it allows you to stuff the run. And what I mean by that is, a lot of times, sometimes like some runs, you'll have like a pulling guard, and whenever he starts to pull, he'll leave a little void, and you can jump up in that little void. And oh my goodness, look at this pick. That was nasty. Oh, look at this. He's throwing to a receiver. I mean, I thought it was a super animation right there. But you can also stuff the run with it. So for all of y'all out there that are, for the advanced players, this isn't for you, but hopefully we'll take something out of it. But you definitely want to get off the DN no matter what you do. It's going to be rough at the beginning, but just stick with it, because at the end of the day, it will pay off. Your game will improve once you start getting it down big time. So let's get to the gameplay a little bit more than just talking about the D end. I'm up 21-0. I've had interceptions. That's really it. So on offense, he needs to have more of a scheme. I'm going to go over this when I break down his grading, but he really needs to have more of a scheme. Like, he does a really good job mixing up the run and pass, but he did not do a good job. See right there, that awareness. I'm at the 1 yard line. You need to either pinch your line or you need to run commit middle. Most people are going to do a quarterback sneak or some type of like speed option or a dive play. And so first and foremost, when they're at the 1 yard line, you have to take that away. If they risk passing it through the air, you have to give away something at the 1. But I always usually pinch my line and run commit down and hope for the best. Sometimes you can stop them, sometimes you can't. A little quick tip out there: if it's like 4th and inches or 4th and 1, or at the goal line at the 1 yard line, just do quarterback sneak. And in Madden last year, you would all you would do is like sidestep your quarterback. This year, you just hurdle them. and usually they'll hurdle over. The only disadvantage of that is you can stop it if you like pinch your line and you run commit down, but then also if you risk a chance of fumbling. So, but if you put yourself on conservative, it's a lot less of a chance of doing that. So that's going to wrap it up. So let me know what y'all think about how I graded him. On his offense, I gave him a C. His strengths was he had some nice pass balance with passing and running the ball. But outside of that, he needs to have one money formation with a really good passing attack and then like a read option or something like that. His weaknesses, like I said, he had no real scheme. He didn't recognize when I was blitzing and didn't pick it up. He made some poor decisions, which led to some interceptions. And his red zone offense, he just had too many turnovers altogether. He needs to work on his turnovers, and first and foremost, he needs to find one formation he likes, like shotgun tie with some money pass plays and a read option or some type of draw or something. On defense, I'll give him a C-. His strengths, he mixed up some man and zone coverage. He didn't exclusively just play like 2-man under and play coverage defense, which was nice. And then he doesn't use the defensive end anymore, which I went over of all those strengths. His weaknesses, he needs to find some blitzes. He needs to buy my guide or buy somebody's, or have one of his buddies tell him a nice blitz or look up blitzes on YouTube. His user stick skill, that's going to come with time since he's just now getting off the D end. And he needs to make more adjustments pre-snap, like manning up different players, putting some people in yellows to take away certain routes. So I hope you all enjoy this grade. Let me know what